Anyway, Jimmy Cliff, you will live on in our heart. You know, say one time song me I try. Let me say if you can guess how it should. Tell me how it should. Alright. That is for you, Daryl Vaz. You're going to go and like say you can come hard for Marky G. Mark a brain box boy when you come to money, brother. I rang somebody that for your test. Mark ask some serious question and we want some answer. Because you know, my parents, my friend and my subscriber, I sit down and even to them I go in at the town and people are talk about it. People say what the people they not on the house to go connect back light pan. So what you should I do? Think about housing first. Even the house them were spared little. Enough of them have to go be rewire. Get electrician, get a pass, inspector, I mean, before they can connect back to the grid. Else, if they go connect back to way down there now, you know, say, Jamaica get me a son, I miss a grand opportunity. If I don't go out in a full force, then couldn't win. No found no turn on the yard. No matter how much vote they mean by, if they did left on the yard and go vote, because more than half of the population never vote. That's no cause it. When I see the man behaving in a parliament, I say kind of like a whole hog them there. All me, look at that money line and a lack of gold. I don't want them the kind of people there. You can't see their art and read them, you know. They can be easily read. Daryl Vaz, the way people are going to plug the light pan. If I tell you what one woman said today, see, but people no can read my mind. The way them are plug it. But anyway, I'm glad to see Mark Golding came out and Philip Paulwell also came out and spoke on it. And I want you to take a listen to this.
Minister Daryl Vaz told us that JPS needs $350 billion to restore the electricity grid so that people can get electricity. He said that the government is going to take $150 million and lend it to JPS. I asked him, so what about the other $200 million? Are we going to ensure there's a plan that puts that money in place before we risk our 150 so that the full 350 that he said is the amount required is available to JPS? At that point, he went on a tirade, calling people bad mind, heartless, and all kind of foolishness. It was a simple question, it was a logical question, and it's a question they need to answer. Because we need the grid fixed. We need it fixed as quickly as possible. It's going to cost $350 million to do it. Only $150 million is on the table. What's the government's solution for that gap? Simple. And Minister Vaz, I have one more question. If it's $350 million to restore electricity, and you're willing to lend them $150 million without knowing where the other $200 million is coming from, which section of Jamaica are you willing to sacrifice by proceeding without sufficient money to fix the problem? So if only part of Jamaica is going to get fixed, which parts are not going to get fixed? Because we only have $150 million and not the $350 that it will take to do the job. Yesterday, and also represent
this opportunity to call upon the government to immediately come clean to the Jamaican people regarding this controversial loan of 24 billion Jamaican dollars being extended to the Jamaica Public Service Company, and also its handling of the license negotiation. We have major concerns about this government's decision to extend such a loan in the absence of critical details. The government has failed to answer questions about the risks to taxpayers, the valuation of the company's assets, and the interest rate attached to the loan. No responsible government can commit 24 billion Jamaican dollars of taxpayers' money without stating the interest rate or the terms that protect the public's interests. Based on the government's own disclosure, if the loan is not repaid within 2 years, the government intends to convert the debt into equity. If the plan is to convert unpaid debt into shares, what is the current valuation of the assets the government will be acquiring? Has this valuation been completed, and at what date? I also want to know whether or not the JPS will be able to secure funding for the balance of US 200 million that it claims is required for full restoration of service. And I am demanding that the government disclose which state agency will disburse the funds for the loan. I believe that the government, in providing this loan to the company, should use it as leverage to secure meaningful concessions from the company. I'm therefore recommending the temporary suspension of JPSCO's monopoly on transmission and distribution during periods of national emergencies, for example, to allow neighbors with functioning solar or alternative generation to supply nearby households legally. I also believe it's a good time now for the government to enable those operators in special economic zones to generate and distribute their own electricity internally, reducing costs and accelerating economic recovery. The government's poor handling of the issues surrounding the JPSCO license is another reason for the instability that the company faces and why it cannot on its own secure funding for the full restoration. We have been urging the government since 2023 not to wait until 2027 to negotiate essential changes to the JPSCO license. There is no magic to that date. Licensing terms can be amended at any time, and we have wasted valuable years when leverage was available. We are also very concerned that the JPSCO, which has already hinted at major electricity price increase, will seek to pass on unreasonably price increases to the consumers. I am therefore urging the OUR to be proactive to ensure that there is a transparent process in determining the rate that consumers ought to pay during this period. We are also very concerned that the JPSCO, which has already hinted at major electricity price increase, will seek to pass on unreasonably price increases to the consumers. I am therefore urging the OUR to be proactive to ensure that there is a transparent process in determining the rate that consumers ought to pay during this period.
At pnp.org.jm or check us out on Facebook at Jamaica PNP.
So the question is asked, Daryl Vaz, why is it so coincident that the cat band money I forgot lend JPS? Why is it I never think of replacing people in homes so that light can connect back and that then can have one shelter for sleep under for Christmas? Yes, you want it for, yes, you want, but by Christmas them have to, I speed it up. Hey, let me tell you already, you know, anytime I tell line, same so I'm going with the school bus, you know, I'll know you can't declare and show nothing how much them pay for the school bus, and that the argument just died down because it's coming like a 9-day tag. Anytime you see him and the Prime Minister and Desmond McKenzie rage up in the place, and when you catch them off guard, man, and then I really have an answer, you know, because now you don't answer my question, you know. I don't know if you don't observe it. Daryl Vaz not answer my question like how Angela answer Angela Brownberg question and go around it and start make some illustration. He said, hey, I don't even know so sensible people look for it. It's a shame and embarrassment. And it's a shame and embarrassment to the country. My viewers, my friend, the sweet Missy, I know me I feel laugh. You run come out, Daryl Vaz run come out a press briefing today, I try going like indecent. That's how they stay. We know them. We know them. Show no color, man. Show we no color more. Show we color more. Everybody I talk about it. Where people never go connect it like. That are the great thing. Make it such an urgency. We should have tried for though. We have generators. Give who forget generators and take on the time make we rebuild. There's no rush, but we have to find a way for swingly money. We have to find a way for swingly money, and that's all about it. You can't fool me again, man. You can't fool some of the people, but you can't fool all of the people all the time. So my viewers, my friend and my subscriber, tell me what you think about the old saga and the old drama. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Tell me what you think what Paulwell say, and tell me what you think what Marky G say. The conversation continue, and I'm your girl Auntie Jen. I'll catch you now next time. Bye.